Your angel of death awaits.
You can't kill me! Heroes have moral codes!
Who said I was a hero?
Hey yo, and welcome to hell. Or rather, another unboxing video. But I do have one hell of an item here. Today we're unboxing the 2020 Kickstarter Spawn. Some might say it's the holy grail of Spawn figures. Now, I actually missed out on the Kickstarter back in 2020, but here we are 3 years later, and I asked my friend Taxi to redeem me and help me find this. Not only did he find it the very next day, surprisingly, and for a very good price that didn't violate my wallet, this is also the signed autographed edition, signed by Todd McFarland himself.
Are you confident that you could distinguish the forces of light from the forces of evil? I'm Todd McFarlane, creator of Spawn.
Here it is, the front of the box anyways, and you got some nice logos crawling down the front and this cool metallic-y looking one at the bottom. It looks really nice. And on the top you have this black on black Spawn orb on top and the big beautiful logo on the side looking really cool. And on the other side it says 1994 to 2021. 1994 being when McFarlane Toys, or rather at the time Todd Toys, came about and put out their first Spawn figure. So what do you say, let's open this guy up. Really nice packaging, by the way. I didn't actually know all of what this package contained beforehand, so there was some really nice surprises. First up, we have the certificate of authenticity, thinking backers, and says Masterworks here across the top. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think these certificates are also signed, at least it appears to be. Next we have this checklist comparing the new figure to the original one released back in 1994. What it comes with, articulation points, etc. And hot damn, here he is looking hella sick. And this is the classic Spawn with the red filling out the M on his costume and no big boot. This is the costume Spawn had up to roughly around issue 30, where his costume changed itself. Now I do like both, I just really wanted the classic version. So first we got a bunch of nice accessories in this dandy foam insert. Everything here feels really, really premium. Now let's take a look at what we got.
I'll even help you out in case you don't watch game shows. Okay, it goes like this. Who is
About to take your head off.
Here it is, this plaque autographed by the legendary Todd McFarlane himself. Really, really cool. And it's got a nice base too with the gold and the sculpt work going on here on the back. And it's signed in gold on the front. Just an awesome piece to display with your already awesome figure. Then we got this additional head here, and to my surprise actually, because for some reason I thought the unmasked head only came with the modern version, just because the pictures I saw online with all the items laid out didn't actually show it. So I'm happy it's here, but I'll probably display him with the mask, but nonetheless, look at the detail here. Really, really well sculpted. They nailed the texture and look of his scorched, rotten face.
Who are you? What's the matter, Jason? You don't recognize your own handiwork.
He also has a couple necroplasm accessories. This big piece here made to fit in his hand. Looks really nice. And also this little dagger here. One more here is this wicked sickle looking weapon. Sickle, right? That's what you call these, sickles. Really cool. And what appears to be a bunch of rusty nails sticking out the top of the handle. If the blade doesn't kill ya, then the tendonitis might. Now the main event, or I guess the semi-main event. Another surprise for me was behind the figure lied not just a comic of Spawn #1, slipped away into this cool little backboard, but it's actually a director's cut. You know, like those director commentaries you used to get with movies on DVD, which I love, so this is really sick and I'll definitely be going through this. So here's the main event. And you know what I'm gonna say, but hot damn. This just looks so damn good. It might possibly now be my favorite figure that I own. So taking a closer look, we got some great sculpting going on. Even here, just look at the detail on the mask where you can see his teeth coming through. Just very well done. Also, the raised M on his torso is nice, and I really dig these real chains that they got here. So much better than the fake chains that they got on their cheaper figures. And these skulls, they're really cool too. Yeah, I just love everything about this, and I really like the torso and how the abdomen is all one piece. Now sure, that does limit the articulation a bit, but I myself am sort of a statue guy who instead gets figures because, well, they're significantly cheaper. And as you can see here, how damn good figures can look these days. Now speaking of articulation though, he does have quite a bit. You can swivel his foot as well as his wrists. He's also got a little toe joint. You can bend him at the knees and elbows as so, although his arms, especially his shoulders, are somewhat limited due to his big bad cape. But his cape does have some nice articulation as well, as you're able to fold it in and out, which should help get him into some pretty cool poses. The paint job overall and the shading on the cape is really nice. I think overall this is the best they probably have ever done on a Spawn cape. And I think that extends to the rest of the figure here as well. There are a few more accessories here and some additional hands for holding them for a total of 6 hands. Is it just me though, or wouldn't it be nice if they had a plastic insert space for the hands that come attached to the figures? I don't know, I just think that would be handy to have. I wonder why they don't do that. Okay, I'm done haunting you with all these puns. It's getting a bit overkill. He has this nicely painted machine gun here. I dig the colors. These sort of like sandy tan parts brushed against the silver looks really good. And he's also got a typical Mcfarlane stand with a nice little logo on it. To be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of these little disc stands they keep coming with. Now, depending on the figure, they're kind of, well, they're just not that helpful. But it does get the job done here. Suffice to say, I love this figure, and like I said, I think this is my new favorite figure in my collection, and it makes for one hell of a display piece. I kind of wish I could get the other characters in this higher quality, to be honest. That's not to say that the other Mcfarlane figures aren't good for their price, but I would like to see more of this. I believe at the time this Kickstarter was only $40 to back it. I would not mind paying that or a little bit more to get more premium figures like this. Hell, I paid aftermarket price, and I would say it was more than worth it. Granted, I got a deal, but still like 4 times the base Kickstarter price. Thankfully, the success of this figure will be spawning some other Kickstarters, like that sick looking medieval Spawn that'll definitely be back in once they put that up, and I hope we get more like it in the future. A primo she-Spawn would be hella sick. Anyways, that wraps up things here. I hope you enjoyed this little unboxing video, and with that said, I'll catch you on the next one. This is Den, signing off.
You're gonna give him my message. Cause guess what? As far as I know, I'm already dead. Which means I'm waiting for your sorry ass in the afterlife.